Sharpshooter.
Sharp sharp shooter. Sharp shark shooter.
Sharp shooter.
Does he shoot sharp sharks or do sharks get shot?
I think he's a sharp shooter, so he's sharp at the shark shooting.
He's shooting at the sharp
I
sharks?
hate this.
I don't think the sharks are
Or is he sharp shooting at the sharks? Or is he
sharp
sharp shooting the sharp sharks?
Hello, and thanks for joining us for another episode of the What a Disaster podcast, where we watch and review a disaster movie as close to weekly as we can possibly stand. I'm Gregory Allen, and as usual, I'm joined by Richard Sawasinski.
Hello.
And Liz Bedore.
Hello.
This movie opens with everyone going to Netflix and finding out there have been too many Sharknado movies made.
First of all, fuck you too many. That is not true. They can make as many of these as they want. They'll all be beautiful.
Right.
I cannot wait to watch the other four.
They are all going to be gorgeous films.
Masterpieces.
Masterfully put together, Liz.
So, this week we're joined by Liz and Richard. We're here to review, I suppose, the disaster movie, Sharknado. This starts with, the opening logo is really great in this one. How did you guys feel about the logo getting kind of sucked into a tornado?
Fitting.
Intimidated.
Certainly.
So, Greg, this movie was directed by Anthony C. Ferrante?
Ferrante?
Tony C. Ferrante.
Anthony C. Ferrante.
Tony F. His friends call him Tony F.
Tony F. Tony CF.
And the writer was Thunder Levin.
Thunder Levin.
I know.
What? That is great. I wish my name was Thunder. Whose pen name do you think that? It's probably we could probably Google that.
I don't know.
And figure out who Thunder Levin is.
Who's Thunder? Thunder, yeah. Does he sign his checks Thunder?
Like, is his signature just a thunderclap? How do you do that? How do you sign a check with a sound?
Is his middle name Lightning?
Thunder Lightning Levin?
Yeah.
Maybe
great.
Thunder. Maybe it's L Thunder Levin because he's Lightning Levin, but
Thunder
that sounded
Levin
too
Bean.
much like a sports baller. So he wanted to go with Thunder
He
Levin.
went with Thunder Levin, yeah. It's great.
Yeah. Man, this movie had a super big budget. $1 million.
A whole $1 million.
$1 million budget.
And
this was
$999,999 of it was spent on Tara Reid.
Tara Reid. I don't know why she would be the most expensive actor in it. She wasn't even in Beverly Hills 90210 or Home Alone.
Liz, there was a point in this movie where a man jumped through the sky holding a chainsaw and attacking sharks with it.
Dove into a shark's mouth. Not to ruin the very end of this movie, but that's how it ends.
Yeah. You think
Spoiler alert,
99.9%?
we spoil everything, and you should know that by now.
You think 90% of this budget was spent on Tara Reid? No. 90% of this budget was spent on CGI sharks.
It sure as fuck
But
was
they
not
were
spent
so
on
bad.
scientists.
It wasn't spent on CGI. It couldn't have been.
Oh, that was cheap
Ravager
CG,
had
for
better
sure.
CGI.
Yeah, Ravager had a bigger budget. This is $1 million. It doesn't go too far.
Yeah, that's true. Ravager did have a bigger budget than this. That's
Fair enough.
actually a really good frame of reference to give because, I mean, yeah, the CG was bad in this, but the story is much more cohesive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And who's in this? We've got the main character, Finn Shepard. Finn.
Finn.
Pretty
Finn.
much perfect. So this one had Ian Ziering played Finn, and he was in Beverly Hills 90210.
Like every episode.
Yeah, he was the blonde feller. Very
Scott
important
or
character. I don't give a
Steve or
shit.
something?
Steve probably.
He played Sarah in that
They all have names.
show.
He had one of them too.
Yeah.
That show was dumb.
It was really dumb.
I was not old enough to appreciate it, and I was also not a teenager enough to appreciate it when it was actually on the air.
Really.
Too loud.
It's just claps. You can't handle the Thunder Levin claps.
If you can't handle thunder, you need to Levin the fuck out of here.
Ooh,
That's what you
I
need
don't know
to
what
do.
that means, but you better Levin your ass out this door.
Yeah, it's out the door.
I'm Levin it. Tara Reid, also in this, she plays April Wexler, who is Finn's estranged wife.
Yeah.
And they have kids, right? They got the kids
they have
together.
two children together.
Who were the kids?
I don't
What are
know.
their names? Do we remember their names?
Matt and like
Was it Bobby and Candace?
no, it wasn't Bobby and Candace.
Cheryl and David.
Who's Bobby?
I don't know. One of them was Matthew though. I know that much.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And it's not even on here.
Do we have the kids? The kids aren't even listed on IMDb.
One of them might be.
Like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 people ahead of the kids on the opening credits. So I guess.
Unless
Fuck
Joni
you,
is one of the
kids.
kids. Joni could be one of the
But
kids.
the last name is Waves, not Wexler.
last name is Waves. Liz said that the songs are pretty good in this. You wrote
the
a bunch
soundtrack
down.
has some beautiful
I'm
titles.
excited to hear these titles.
Yeah, give us some of these titles, Liz.
So this movie was scored by Ramin Kusha, I think is how you say his name.
I really
Or
think
her
it was
name.
scored by all of us. This was a score
Yeah.
for everybody that's
This is-
gotten to watch this movie.
Track number 1, Sharknado. 2, Storms Dying Down.
Diane with an apostrophe at the end?
No, I
Oh,
I put
I
a
was so
little-
excited.
put a little spicy Liz on it.
Spicy Liz, you
Little
give it to
spice.
us. Careful, I don't want heartburn.
Put a little heat on that.
All right, track 3, Sharks, I never saw that coming. 4, I never saw that coming.
Just in general at this point.
Right. Wow.
5, they took my grandfather.
Where'd it go? Song? Hope we find out the next song title.
That
6,
should be a moving piece of music. I'm assuming it's very, very somber.
a lot of them were pretty somber. 6, I really hate sharks.
I would too if they took my grandpa.
Yeah.
7, Los Angeles has been saved. 8, it's too dangerous. 9, we're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Oh, God.
10, he's got a chainsaw.
I'm really glad they doubled down on that bigger chopper joke. Yeah.
Yeah, in the movie and in the
Smart.
soundtrack.
Real smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sort of thing you can't just let that slide.
That's the
You
kind
need
of
to make sure it's highly visible.
That's the kind of joke you got to hire people to punch up. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
Shows some real comedic integrity. He does.
11, sharks in a tornado.
Oh, God.
12, that's a tiger shark.
Spoiler.
Right. Can't even listen to the soundtrack without getting the movie ruined for you.
And finally, 13, they're behind everything.
Wait,
Oh,
Big
deep
G
state
government?
shark.
Big G government was in, it was that.
Magnificent.
Yeah, there was that-
Magnificently scored.
It's those titles are
I'm telling you,
fabulous.
Greg, we got to drain the ocean. We got a deep shark conspiracy on us, and they're running the government.
Man, that is
Yeah.
awesome.
That is great. There will never be a better soundtrack. I want that on vinyl, collector's
Yeah.
edition vinyl. I want that on collector's edition.
Oh my God,
gold
with
vinyl.
like a clear record, but it's got a
Oh, yeah.
shark face in the middle of it.
or like a shark bite taken out of the vinyl. Those are great lists.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Producers of Sharknado, Asylum Films, if you're listening to this,
Come on, guys.
make sure you make this vinyl for us because we would absolutely play it
Space
at
Camp
least
Records
once.
will put it out. We'll fund it. We'll put it
In a
out. We'll make
while.
our money back.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's get in touch. We're going to make this happen, right?
Yeah. Get in touch. Space Camp Studios.
Space Camp Studios. Quit shaking paper at me.
It's hard. I love the paper
Shaking
sound
paper?
when I edit that podcast.
All right.
Love it.
I like it. So I wish I had a desk in front of me because I like the sound of like slapping paper and then the crumpling.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see if we can get it at all on this. I love that sound.
Yeah, it just shows your dickishness in full audio format.
You just wait till you see my
Yeah.
dickish here in a minute.
So for the break, maybe we're going to need a bigger podcast.
No, I'm not going to ever make that joke. That gag can die in a fire.
It won't. It won't, though.
We're going to need a bigger
It'll
fire.
live forever. It will
All
outlast
right,
us all.
we are going to be back after Richard lets Loaf out of the room.
Looks like a hurricane.
I'm just happy you're okay.
Hey, what are you doing?
What do you think, you're too old for me?
No, I'm your boss.
So,
So, go get back to work.
Hey, I'm not too old for you. I don't think. I'm not your boss. 2 out of 3.
Daddy issues. Hey, I'm not judging you, darling.
Auto
Keep yakking.
erotic asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation?
Asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation?
Asphyxiation.
Asphyxiation?
Ass
Ass?
fix
Fix?
iation.
Your nation?
Ass fix your nation. You chump. Okay, so you had what was this spice captain's name? Spicy
I
Italian
don't
meatball?
know. I just called him Captain Italian Shark Guy.
Was he Italian?
I don't know.
I've
I
seen-
also don't know.
He definitely was not American, but that accent felt very
It was something very forced.
faked.
Yeah.
Listen, this man, I had his name. I know his name. Hold on. Captain Santiago.
Captain Santiago. That Santiago's an Italian name.
Aspiring chef, Captain Santiago.
Now, you don't know that he's an aspiring chef. You're just assuming that
Yeah.
because he made some shark fin soup.
And he looked so upset when that shark fin soup was
But
talked.
did he make the shark fin soup?
I want to believe he did. There was a lot of people on that boat.
You know what? I don't care. Yeah, he had to have made that shark fin soup. What the hell's the point in somebody else making it? Do you think it's common for like shark poachers to just go out on the boats with their buyers like this?
It was super strange. They were just on this boat. He was on this boat in the cabin, kind of a small boat too, right? 20 miles off
Yeah,
the
it was
coast.
not like a giant fishing trawler or whatever they call those things.
No,
It was what are those big boats called?
Freighters?
Liz,
That's not a fishing boat.
I think you're talking about
That's
a fishing
freighter.
cruise ship.
Yeah. What kind of fishing cruise ships are there?
Yeah,
What style of boats do people usually fish from?
yeah.
I don't know.
Damn,
Well,
Liz,
our boat expert failed us.
I'm not the
You
boat
know?
expert.
Oh, wait, oh.
you had one job, Liz.
Yeah.
Pontoon boats.
We gave you the memo 10 seconds
Speed
ago
boats.
that you need.
Paddle boat.
So she knows 3 different kinds of
Row
boats.
boat,
4,
sailboat.
5. She knows 5 different kinds of boats.
Rattling them off. Like,
Yet
yeah.
she's not the expert.
Not the expert.
You're just really letting us down.
You sound like the expert.
Sorry.
You've got expertise.
Sounds like you don't
I
want to
hear
commit
the
your
expertise.
intellect.
Are you ashamed of us?
Are we not paying you
Is
enough?
that what this is?
Is this
No, you're
is it a
not
money
paying me
thing?
enough.
Okay, so it is a money thing.
It's a money thing.
All right.
Yeah,
that makes
I
sense.
can respect that. So they were 20 miles off the coast of Mexico,
20
and
miles.
is Captain Santiago and this Asian man, and he just whose name you never find out.
Don't you? Isn't his name literally in the credits?
I don't know, but isn't it? I
Like,
know that.
I mean, on the IMDb page, I think. Is
yeah,
it
maybe.
not?
I know that shark fin soup is a problem in China, and it's a problem for like poachers because it's stupid and they just cut the fins off the shark and throw the shark back. So it's a pretty fucking horrible thing.
Yeah.
But Captain Santiago just drops a bowl of soup on the table, and the guy takes a sip of it and he goes, "Good, but not great." And just the dejection on Santiago's
Santiago
face.
is furious.
He pulls a gun right away. What the fuck did you say?
What did you say about my? That's not when the gun came out.
No,
but
but he,
I like it better that way.
he's twitchy. He wanted to pull it.
Yeah. Oh, you could tell his hand was on his hip.
Oh,
He's that
he
big
was
iron.
an intense guy.
Oh yeah.
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 He wanted $1 million for those fish fins, and he wasn't going to accept.
Are sharks fish? Sharks are fish, right?
Probably not, right?
Are they classified as fish?
I think they are.
If you're a shark and you're listening to this,
Give us a call.
give us a call. Anyway, we're on this fucking fishing boat, poaching sharks. For some reason, they're just swimming in a giant fucking school of various types and species of shark.
Getting along swimmingly.
Swimmingly. Thank you, Liz.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
I was not quite sure that I was gonna get. I was really worried that there were not going to be any puns.
I thought you were just
today.
going to show up with some boat facts, but you
She's
come
got
up
boats and puns.
boats and
The
puns.
only boat I know is the Titanic.
So
So
the sharks start
the
to
sharks
attack
start to attack
out of nowhere. Just
out of nowhere.
4 minutes in,
4 minutes in,
first death.
first death. Boom.
My notes had the word sharked in it so many times
Oh my
that I had
God.
to.
People
I
got
checked Urban
sharked.
Dictionary to like make sure it wasn't a thing, but it's 8 different things.
8
so
different things.
I think
Is
I'm
one of
still
them
okay.
getting wolfed down by a shark?
No, none of them were.
Well, guess
they
what?
were all
It's 9
like
things now.
Yeah.
like when
Urban
someone
Dictionary.
snatches your man up while you were trying to hit on him at the bar.
Oh, yeah,
Bullshit.
sharks.
I know.
Yeah. So the captain gets really upset because the Asian guy is like, "No, I'm going to give you $100,000 for all these shark fins," and the captain wants $1 million. No compromise.
Very unreasonable, Captain. But that's not
He's
the point of
so
the scene.
intense, you
We're
guys.
establishing right now that there is a school of sharks in inclement weather heading towards Southern California.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, when that happens, when the guy gets like, so there's guns being pulled already for no fucking reason. So when the sharks are attacking this boat, the captain starts chasing down this Asian guy with his gun, like, oh, he got away for some reason. He wants to kill him, so he kills him by shooting him in the ankle, and that's when the shark comes up and eats the Asian dude, and the captain gets eaten too. Like 10 seconds later, he gets peeled like a grape by all the sharks.
Yeah.
So pretty much everybody dies because the captain had the nerve to say, "We don't fear the sharks fear us."
So
And-
this movie, this introduction, this prologue, it establishes a couple different things for us. One, these fucking sharks are wicked.
Yeah.
2, there are a lot of them.
Wicked.
I'm not going to keep numbering them because there's more than just the 3. There's inclement weather, and it's going to be ridiculous with these weird deaths from these sharks. People are going to get sharked up.
Yeah. Everybody's getting sharked.
And we don't mean having their dates snatched away from them.
That might happen too.
Yeah, I don't know.
That happens at least once.
It probably had to have happened
Yeah,
in the movie.
maybe.
Well, it kind of did to Macaulay Culkin's dad, John Hurd. I think that's his name.
Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
I call him Peter McAllister. Yeah.
He's in this.
So now we know there's a storm, and for some reason these sharks are part of it. A shark hurricane? A sharkicane?
Sharkicane?
Yeah.
Her a shark?
Or a shark.
Sharkakanrana?
Doesn't roll off your tongue like Sharknado. I can see why they went with Sharknado.
Yeah, Sharkicane is sounds like Shaka Khan.
Sugarcane.
Right. Now, I mean, we're cutting to the beach. We're getting ready to figure out what the hell's happening here with these sharks. What is the consequence of this wicked? So I did look this up, by the way. So far, the only species of shark that swims in schools is the hammerhead shark.
Yeah.
All the other ones are just kind of solo predators.
Not when there's a Sharknado to
But-
be had.
When there's a hurricane brewing off the coast of the Mexico near Southern California,
Yeah.
the first hurricane to ever hit California, I think is what they said in the movie. Is that
Oh,
true?
yeah.
Are there just no hurricanes on the West Coast?
I didn't look that up. I don't know.
I should have looked that up because I feel like that's a weird thing. I mean, it's probably true, possibly true. The science in this movie is not great. It might not be true at all.
We wrote a whole book about weather science, but we weren't really dealing with California.
Yeah, California on its own, it's just a part of the global ecosystem. We need the whole thing.
Right.
That's where MTs, SMTs, and all that stuff come through.
Yeah, I mean,
The
that's where our
other
expertise
reason
was.
hurricanes almost never hit California,
Almost
Oregon,
never.
or almost. California, Oregon, or Washington is that cyclones feed on warm seawater, preferably over 80 degrees. But the ocean temperature in the northern Pacific is usually under 75. In fact, there's no record of a tropical hurricane ever hitting the West Coast.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you know what? Eat
Maybe
too
they
much-
haven't seen Sharknado.
Eat too much.
'cause
That's a record. That's a record.
There's one.
Eat too much shark fin soup, they get pissed off, and they gather together to create warmer water. That's what happened.
The sharks
That's what
warmed up
happened.
the water. That's what it is.
There's
That's
too many sharks in one spot. Yeah,
the sharks caused this weird weather pattern.
we figured it out. Crack
Boom.
the
Shark
boat.
Nino.
Sharknado.
What's the Spanish word for shark?
Tiburon.
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 The Hyundai Tiburon.
The Hyundai Tiburon. It's not as good as Sharknado.
Tiburonino doesn't really roll off the tongue.
No, Tiburonino.
So now we get to meet some more people in this cast, Greg.
Boz, who is from New Zealand. Is that what he said?
Yeah, New Zealand.
And then there's Finn. We meet Finn,
The main character.
main
Finn.
man, Mr. Boss Man, owner of a bar on the coast and former world champion surfer. I do love how they show the surfing and the driving in this movie, where it's just like, here's a wide shot of someone doing this thing, and then it's a tight shot where they're very clearly not doing that thing.
Right.
It's really terrific stuff.
I was really disappointed that there was no scenes in this movie of Finn escaping danger on a surfboard, like outrunning a herd of sharks surfing down the expressway.
Yeah,
That would've-
why did he not surf his way out of anything in this?
I don't think the guy can really surf. I think they were like, all right, set up on this board. That's not going to work. We'll just cut
But
away.
he could have surfed on a shark.
Oh my God. Well, there's 5 more movies, so
Yeah, surfing on a shark is too ridiculous for
yeah,
Sharknado.
way too ridiculous. You're taking it too far, Greg. You need to
You're
back
right.
the fuck
You're right.
off.
That's my fault.
Yeah. So we meet those 2 guys, and they're just like, we can't surf anymore. The storm's coming, so they get out of the water.
That's not well. He starts getting them out of the water, and then there's a girl flirting with him, so they get back in,
Yeah.
and that's when we see the sharks coming to the coast.
Yeah.
So the weather's showing bad news, and then the sharks are there, and that's bad news, and they start wolfing some people down.
Yeah, they whooped the girl down that was flirting with them because
Yeah.
we can't have another love interest in this
She's
movie.
a snack.
There's not enough room. Yeah. She's done. Boz gets bitten on the leg.
Oh, poor Boz.
Yeah, because he gets out there on a jet ski and saves them.
No,
So-
Richard,
He
I
gets
believe you
bitten on the
mean
leg by
a
a
water
shark puppet.
snowmobile.
A water snowmobile. That's what
we
I
were
call
we
it.
were driving home, and Richard said he's on what is that water snowmobile.
Yeah, it's like a snowmobile for before the water.
He
What do you
literally
call it?
he literally called a jet ski a water snowmobile. We are from Michigan.
A watermobile.
And I think it's very obvious.
It's a watermobile. I don't know why we call it a jet ski. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's a
Because
watermobile.
it's a
It's a
jet
watermobile. It's a
with
snowmobile.
skis.
It's a watermobile. That makes sense to me.
So what, a car is a streetmobile?
No, it's an automobile, Greg. Come on.
They're all automobiles.
Well,
Landmobile.
Landmobile, yeah. I like streetmobile.
Landmobile. Airplanes are
Roadmobile,
airmobiles.
yeah.
Skymobiles.
This is good. This is good. See,
Now
why-
we're building standards.
this is why English is so difficult.
Let's go get ISO certified.
So a lot of people die out of context on the
Yeah.
beach. It's pretty hilarious. Just people bleeding. Like, "Oh, my leg.
It's ridiculous. Like the sharks touch people and limbs fall off. It's great.
The sharks aren't very tough themselves either, though. You could stab one in the face with a pencil. Everybody's so delicate. Everybody's skin is paper thin in this movie.
Seriously, everybody's made of snacks.
Everybody is a snack. And we also get this. We also see we also go to Finn's bar and we meet two other kind of main characters. Nova, who's in it through the whole movie. She's kind of this other love triangle interest. She works in Finn's bar.
Nova has a crush on Finn,
An
but
inappropriate
Finn is
crush.
having no part of it because he's her boss, and that
Yeah.
would be an inappropriate relationship.
Yeah, because when he returns to the bar, like safe, she touches him. He's like, "I'm your fucking boss. You need to go back to damn work."
It was uncomfortable. It was
Yeah.
super awkward.
And everybody's like, daddy issues, or it goes really gross.
Yeah, Mr. McAllister is super creep dude at
He
the
grabs
bar.
her ass.
Everybody has seen this guy at the bar.
Yeah.
At some point in their lives, if you've been even a slight regular to a bar, or you've gone on the wrong night, you've seen the guy that is played by John Hurt in this.
Yeah.
He's icky. He's
It's-
just icky dude.
Oh my god, it's like Cheeseburger in Paradise comes to life. This guy is a
Okay, well,
living
we're
Jimmy
drinking
Buffett record.
Margaritaville Brewing Company beers over here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this guy is a Jimmy Buffett record. He is
At
gross,
least one
old and
Jimmy
drunk.
Buffett record.
Yeah. And he grabs her ass, and she just laughs it off. You could touch anything in the bar, just not me.
And she hits him.
Yeah, but they gives him a free drink.
She spilled his drink.
Well, it's because he grabbed her ass.
I mean, she also said he had to pay for it.
He should have been kicked out of the bar, Greg.
That's on her. It's her decision.
Yeah.
But apparently he's a good customer, so maybe she would have been in trouble. Maybe there's a big, horrible, oppressive environment that she's working in.
Well, Kevin McAllister's dad doesn't last very long.
Anyway,
so
the
it's
whole
okay.
reason we're back at this bar for the sake of the movie is to establish that the weather is getting worse, and also sharks are now jumping through windows of buildings, right?
Yeah.
They're like, well, we'll just wait it out here. Hopefully everything's fine. The fucking newscasts throughout this movie.
Yeah, it's another one of those movies where all the whole thing is foreshadowed with newscasts. So they're all going to try to leave this fucking bar.
The whole fucking thing's getting attacked by sharks. For some reason, the sharks are I feel like if I were picked up by a tornado and being spun around for hours and hours, I wouldn't just be looking to bite people.
These are hungry
This is
sharks.
Seriously, a hungry ass
Endlessly.
group of sharks. None of them are attacking other sharks. They're just waiting for weather to throw them at food.
See,
Which is pretty much how I live my life, is waiting for something to throw me at
Right.
food.
waiting to be hurled towards a source of food.
Right.
And honestly, very successfully. These sharks are being
They're
propelled
getting fed.
towards humans to basically beef jerky for sharks.
Not even beef jerky. Beef jerky is tough to chew.
No.
These things just...
They
Gobble up.
inhale them.
And this is where we find out that Finn has kids, right?
Yeah, he has a couple kids. He has an ex-wife played by Tara Reid, April Wexler, and his thought is like, I'm gonna go and save them because
So
he's a
we
hero
get
dad.
we get hero dad traveling to save family, which is one of the most common.
That's our trope.
Yeah, that's one of our common disaster movie tropes.
And after they battle a couple of sharks out of the bar, Nova stabs one with the pool cue, so she gets the first shark kill. Really, her, fucking Finn, and Peter and Baz is his name. Yeah, they go, we'll go with you. We'll be your team shark killing posse, and this shark posse is gonna go. We're gonna help you rescue your fucking family, just like that. And everybody gets a weapon. Baz gets a baseball bat. The other two get guns, and Peter gets his bar stool. He takes his bar stool.
You know what? It's better than nothing.
The Q-stick murdered a fucking shark a minute ago. Maybe take that.
Okay, but the bar stool came in handy later.
Yeah. Well, somebody
They're very-
dies.
They improvise, and these things are effective. Richard, you're being very negative.
Somebody dies in this movie for taking a bar stool, whether or not it was effective for a bit. So Peter, the man with his fucking bar stool, he runs.
Mr. fucking McAllister.
They all run out to the fucking street to help people out because Finn is a hero dad, and he's like, we got to help these people. And they start attacking the sharks with their weapons, you know, And Peter, all he has is this fucking bar stool. And he does a pretty good job. He wails on a shark and breaks a window for somebody. But he just gets devoured. And it is the most hilarious sounds I've ever heard. He gets eaten, and you watch him get eaten. He's like, ow, ow, it hurts.
Oh yeah.
Just a weird
And he like
sound when he
keeps
gets
screaming,
eaten.
even though he's just like reduced chunks.
Guys.
Yeah.
Guys. Well, no, they're heading towards April's house, and they have to get to the high ground, and that's what it is. It attracts all this flood water, and they get to this higher expressway, and it's just a traffic jam, of course, because everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's trying to get out of town, away from this Sharknado that's just eating people.
I don't think they'd officially called it a Sharknado yet.
No, it's just
Right now it's just a hurricane with sharks.
high winds,
High wind shark attacks.
shark propellants. Yeah, and so they do go to that high ground. I think that's what you're talking about. They try to explain why
Why their car is still running after going through all the water.
And what did they say?
They said that they have all the electrical components sealed off with sealant.
Oh, the magical sealant.
And this like
All right.
old Toyota 4Runner is what I think they're driving. Something like from the 80s or early 90s.
Just open that trunk. I'll spray it down with some liquid plastic. Ready to go.
And
This'll
we
make it
are
drive
ready
through
to
anything.
drive through the ocean.
Yeah, fuck the ocean.
That's how you do it.
I do have to say this. I want to circle back for 5 seconds.
Circle back. Let's hear
I
it.
am actually
How far back we circling?
not far. I'm actually happy Peter dies. That is what you get when you are so negligent as a parent that you leave your child at home on 2 consecutive Christmases.
Well,
How
no,
do you forget
that's
the
not
second
fair.
time?
He didn't forget him at home. His son went to New York. He let his son get on a plane going to a completely different destination. It's worse than just leaving him at home. At home, the kid's familiar with what's going on. He's got food there. He knows the house. He knows the neighborhood. He could go to a neighbor's house, knock on the door, and be like, hey, keep me safe. I mean, he doesn't. He instead tries to fight burglars.
Did I ever tell you my theory about Home Alone?
That the dad did it on purpose?
No, it's a
Oh.
prequel to Saw movies.
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Like, he just Rube Goldberg machine of torture devices, you know?
Yeah. He just starts developing these techniques after he realizes his parents don't care about them at all.
Yeah, he's obviously got a great talent for it and no remorse for these human beings that are.
No empathy. He's a sociopath. Let's just murder some people.
Well, I'm not going to call the cops and being rather just torture them as they make their way through my house.
Mr. McAllister was asking for it.
Yeah, so he's gone. I'm happy about this.
He got eaten.
Yeah, the drive to fucking April's house is pretty fucking remarkable, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just wet. And
Just
there's
somebody sprayed a garden hose on a truck as it moves.
Yeah,
as they stand in it.
all the driving scenes in this are them with like shitty lights in a studio and just sitting in a box,
They're like,
basically.
quick, get the windows. You
Faux
you
steering the
can't see
car.
out the side windows. If you see out the side windows, the craft services table will be visible, and we have to cover that up. So they get to April's house, and we get to meet Tara Reid,
April Wexler.
Finn's daughter, who I don't have a name for.
Her name's Finn's daughter.
Okay, and April's boyfriend, who is an asshole who is literally eaten
Now,
2 minutes after you meet him.
You originally
Prince
thought
Eric.
that was not going to be
yeah.
the case. You thought it was going to be we had dissenting first impressions.
I thought he was going to be the asshole of the movie. There's always the irredeemable asshole of the movie. And then he dies, at least after he does something shitty to a little kid.
I saw him and I was
Right.
like, this guy's definitely going to be a dick at the wrong time and get eaten by a shark.
But he didn't fuck up a little kid first. Usually, first you fuck up a little kid, then you get eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. He was just like, it was implied assholishness. And they just cleared the table. They were like, we're not going to draw this out too long.
No, they just
This person does not need to live.
Nope.
So they get to April's house, which is flooding, and there's it being attacked by sharks in there.
The only reason we're here is to get another person to the collection, right?
And his daughter.
We got to get more characters.
Yeah. And we have to watch them get eaten.
The spectacle is important to Sharknado.
And after the boyfriend gets tore up by a shark, Baz makes a joke. He goes, looks like it's that time of the month.
Oh, there had to be a period joke in here somewhere.
Baz, this is why you only get a fucking bat. It's shit like that. It's shit like that. Who can trust you with anything more than a bat when that's the kind of comment you make when a man is ripped apart in front of you? Literally ripped apart in front of you.
Period joke.
Yeah, period joke.
You know what? Some people have to deal with stressful situations with comedy. You're right. He doesn't deserve more than a bat.
No, I don't trust him.
Does Baz die?
I think if he does, it's like the last scene.
I think he makes it. Did Baz make it?
couldn't tell.
Dude, I don't remember who all lived and died in this. I mean, obviously, there are some important ones here that we won't get to till we get there, but
Yeah, I don't know, but I do know that like Finn fought off all those sharks in that house with nothing but like a shelf. And,
Right.
A bookshelf,
Yeah, like a bookshelf and elbow grease. They were just like, just gotta put your back into
He
it.
fucking earned it for sure.
There was like a school picture style portrait of Tara Reid on the bookshelf.
I didn't see that. That's amazing. Also, that water. The only trivia I have for this is that water was ice cold. The actors are shivering in this shot.
Yeah, that's why I saw that. That's they're every other movie we see where they're in cold water, the water's fine and warm and everybody's happy. These people were not acting cold; they were actually cold.
But then, yeah, exactly. And then Finn finds a fucking golf club, a 9-iron, and that's how he frees everybody. He just beats the fuck out of some sharks playing golf. He's just like,
I'm gonna put this out there: a 9-iron is gonna break whacking just about any damn thing that's not a golf ball.
right. Yeah, you can make it a couple good whacks in, but
You get
it's
one
gonna
good
bend.
whack in before that thing folds in half and is useless.
Not in this movie, Greg. In this movie, people are made of paper, and golf clubs are made of titanium.
Paper and
Solid rod
fruit punch
titanium.
Yeah.
juice.
And what is it? Paper.
Like fruit punch powder mix to color the water that they're in.
Right.
Paper and tomato paste. So they get out of the house,
Of course they get out of the house.
which is I'm so relieved. I'm so fucking relieved.
I was
Everybody
very
lives.
stressed out. I was like, "Oh my god, these
Yeah.
actors could really die from this slightly cold water and these sharks."
That was
And I'd like to
tension was
point
high.
out, by the way, that these sharks,
point out
they're
Greg.
huge and can swim in some very shallow water.
they're mobile. They don't even need water.
Right, they're coming after you. These sharks have
Smack 'em
something
around.
going on in their shark brains.
There's some. I think they're pissed about the shark fin thing. I think they're finally getting
Retribution.
organized.
But none of these people had anything to do with that. And they just attack them.
Yeah,
Those
I-
monsters.
Well, they're fucking sharks. They don't know. All people look the same. They're basically racist.
Wow,
Racist Nazi sharks.
wow,
Nazi Sharknado.
Nazi Sharknado.
Oh
that'll
my
be
God.
Sharknado 7.
Yeah. So they get out. That's great. Great. I'm so glad. I'm so
Wonderful.
glad.
Now
we find out about Matt. He has a son.
he has a son. We meet Matt eventually, or are we going to pick Matt up?
Yeah.
Is that where our next leg of the tour is?
Yeah,
to go
Finn's-
find Matt.
Yeah. Finn's like, he's at flight school. What a loser. What a
He's
fucking
in
Why don't you
flight
talk to me
school.
about this stuff?
what a dick. He wants to fly planes like a little baby dick.
So on this trip, there is some very important stuff that happens, as far as I'm concerned. Number one, we learn that Tara Reid's character is a complete and total lunatic who does not care about children's lives.
No.
He wants to stop and save a school bus full of children. And Tara Reid's like,
Picks a
no,
fight
there's
over
not
it."
even any kids on there. Just go.
Stop it.
And then
We're going to be late.
Yeah, exactly. Late for what? For getting eaten by sharks?
Yeah. Dinner.
Late for dinner.
We have a schedule to keep.
Tell you what, can't be late for dinner if you're the meal.
Yep. You're always on time.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he does stop for that school bus.
And they open the door, and there are a bunch of damn kids. Go fucking figure. Saving lives. Tara Reid. If
Yeah.
you're listening to this, your character stunk in this movie. She was mean.
She was so she was so frustratingly
Tara.
mean.
Tara, you got to figure it out with the
No
next
wonder
one.
he's leaving you.
Oof.
Hero Dad Finn with his
Oof.
Hero Dad harness, which he had in the backseat of his car.
Mm-hmm. Who doesn't keep that in their car?
He meticulously picks every kid out of that bus before it falls off the side of the expressway. Every kid and the hippie school teacher, one at a time.
He made it.
Yeah.
He made it. Very tense
It was
moment.
such a long scene. They were like,
Longest
we got,
scene in the movie. This is a very short movie.
yeah, we have 15 minutes to burn. This movie's a little short. Let's just drag this out. We're gonna show him pick up every kid individually from the school bus.
Can we just get him to pick up every single and have them introduce themselves, shake his hand, thank him, and tell him his name and their
Yeah. Where you
favorite
grew up,
food, where
where
they
do-
grew up, who the parents' names are, list off phone numbers, address, anything to lengthen this a bit here.
What's your favorite dinosaur? You know,
Oh,
every
I
kid has
love
a favorite
dinosaurs.
dinosaur. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah, rescue the kids. They keep going, and we add another person to the pile here. The food mobile buffet here.
That's when the windstorm picks up, right?
Yeah, and this is the other part of the travels that I really liked. The Hollywood sign just gets ripped to shreds and is flying around. And there's
Yeah, I
just
love
this weird, ugly, chubby dude. I won't say ugly.
He's the teacher.
That's subjective.
He's
oh,
the
that was
hippie
the
teacher.
teacher. That's
Yeah.
right. And
He's basically Neo of Sharknado, though.
Yeah.
He's just like dodging fucking signs.
I hate sharks. I'm from Wyoming.
I came out here to be an actor.
He succeeded. He acted. He acted in this movie.
Right. They dodge it, and they're cheering, and you can tell from the wide shot that they're lining this guy up to just get squished.
Yeah. It
And
just sits on him for just a little too long.
it takes like 3 or 4 cuts back to him, And then finally he gets a letter that just lands on him. And
Like, what if
squashes
nothing
him.
did happen to that guy? I would have been so confused. They just moved on. Like, he joins the team. He survives. He's the hero of the movie at this point.
He had to stay with his children even if he hadn't died, though. So he wouldn't have been in the rest
What
of
happened with the children? I wrote that in my notes. Like, I think the children just all got sucked up in the windstorm, too.
They're not in the rest of the movie, so who cares? That's the important thing.
I also thought a truck exploded in this scene.
Yeah,
I have
for whatever
no
reason,
idea
under the bridge, there was a giant truck explosion.
I thought in how it ends that the cars are sensitive to explosions, but in this movie, apparently sharks can ignite automobiles.
Sharks can do anything.
Yeah. That truck just goes up.
They're highly conductive.
Shark posse, now consisting of Finn, his daughter April, the mom. Wait, his daughter's name is not April.
No, that's a bad note.
Finn,
His
April,
daughter, April.
his daughter, Boz, and
Nova.
Nova go to a liquor store to get some supplies. Looks like it's over, but an E5 tornado is starting to form. So as we go through this movie, and I know we haven't really touched on it necessarily, but throughout the movie, it just gets, the weather gets more and more severe. So as they're driving, he's like, oh, it's just water spouts. That's what happens when little tornadoes get above the water. It sucks it up and makes a water funnel. And yeah, that's what those are. So as we go, the weather is getting more and more severe in the background. You get the heavier winds. You get all these crazy fucking water spouts and the mini tornadoes. And finally, we witness the formation of this E5, which is just gigantic. It's massive,
but it's only 3. It's still 3 levels below
it's
a super muscle tornado.
It's borderline muscle tornado.
It's borderline,
but it is not even close to super muscle tornado.
No, you're right. That's what I was wondering. I was going to ask you about that.
Given the right circumstances, I might classify it as an MT, but it was definitely not an SMT.
Yeah. So the weather's getting real. This is real town. If you guys need to know more about super muscle tornadoes, listen to our episode on Geostorm.
Yeah, we get really in depth. Talk about the science a lot.
Yeah, we work it out. Do some of the math. You'll like it.
You'll love it. It'll be very educational.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we're here. We're here to educate. Also, in this point, Baz steals a truck.
They needed more room for people. And
yeah.
His truck wouldn't start. It was flooding.
But you get the most lackadaisical police chase I've ever seen in a movie. It's just the slowest police chase.
So that's the thing. Like, when weather is severe enough, you're totally allowed to just disregard police officers.
That's what I thought, right?
Yeah.
They weren't even chasing them. They were just following. They were like, we're going this way, too. That guy looks tough.
We got our lights on. Don't worry. Nobody's going to rear end you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm worried about Baz at this point because he's definitely a threat to Finn's masculinity. And if I know one thing about these movies, there can only be one alpha dad. There can only be one hero dad. There can't be 2 hero dads.
Oh, yeah.
And Baz is really, he's really like horning in on Finn's territory by stealing these trucks and making these heroic maneuvers. But nothing happens in this scene.
Yeah, nothing happens in a lot of
It's just a bunch of characters using dialogue to explain exposition.
Yeah.
Now the cops are chasing us. Keep going.
Yeah.
Because they're not filmed with the cops in the same shot. So they're like, yeah, Greg, the cops are still back there. And
yeah.
It's just
bad writing. Well, I mean, I won't say it's necessarily bad writing, but it's the lack of budget made that difficult to shoot, I'm thinking.
It's like a Michael Bay movie, whatever. They just explain everything that's happening on screen because nobody can see shit when they're doing it.
It's a big magnet. It's sucking stuff up and dropping it back down. Literally said that in one of the Transformers movies. Anyway, we will be back. We're going to see if we are able to find Finn's son, Matt, and figure out what happens.
I can't wait. Can you wait? Can you wait? Liz, can you wait?
Liz? Spicy Liz?
Are you spicing up?
Spicy Liz can
Liz
wait.
is spicing up right
Regular
now as we
Liz,
speak.
Regular Liz, she cannot wait. Her excitement is palpable.
Yeah.
You all right? Yeah. Where's Mom and Claudia? Wrong hill. Where's Nova?
She didn't make it.
Go look after your mother and sister.
Where are you going? I'm gonna finish this.
All right, welcome back. We're we are now done talking about the movie for the rest of our lives because we need to move on to talking about these beers.
Oh yeah, let's talk about this beer. This is called Sea Quench Ale.
Sea Quench Ale.
It's a
like
session
sea
sour,
wench, but
session
a quench.
sour.
Sea Quench.
Sequential.
Yeah, sequential. It's made by Dogfish.
That's good.
It's good.
Sequential.
Yeah, sequential.
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 Sequential ale.
Sequential.
Sequential.
Yeah, it's pretty
Sequential.
good. It's a good pun. I like it. It's a good work. turn of phrase.
That's some effort to knock that one out.
It meets a couple. Dogfish has a shark on all their cans, so it's kind of cool. Kind of fits the thing. Plus the sea, it's themed.
Where do sharks come from?
The sea.
God
Yeah.
makes them.
God makes them, throws them into the ocean.
them in the sea.
Ocean drains into the sea. The sea turns into lakes. The lakes get turned into tornadoes, and the sharks come.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Science. This is blissfully brewed.
I'm glad they were happy.
Blissfully brewed. Whoever made this was blissful because they didn't have to drink it. They just had to make it.
Yeah.
With lime juice, lime peel, black limes, and sea salt.
So their brewmaster was probably just like,
Got some limes left.
I'm going to brew this blissfully because I don't have to taste test this at any point
Because I got
in
a
the
real
process.
boner for limes today.
The brewmaster, Greg, was like, what are we going to do with all these fucking limes?
I got a pile of limes that are so old they're turning black.
What the fuck's a black lime? I don't know. I got 3 different limes.
Fuck it. Throw it in there with some weed or whatever.
Yeah, well, it tastes weird. Salt. Salt will fix it.
You know what? Yeah. Salt makes limes better. Let's just do this. So
it's not good. So I give this a don't drink it. If this is a free beer to you, it's an insult. They're probably being mean. It's okay to throw it back at the person's face.
Definitely, if somebody gave you this beer,
It's mean.
it was because they
know what's
They
up.
were like, this is really not good. We should just give this to somebody else.
Give it to that fucking guy.
Yeah.
That fucking guy would drink
Oh, I
it.
put too much of it in the land shark.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
I ruined it.
So we did do.
How do you feel, Greg, about this beer?
The first drink, I was like, it's on video. Maybe we can get it and pull it. I made a face. I don't make faces when I drink beer very often.
You're too busy drinking.
This is a beer, and it is a sour beer. So lime juice, lime peel, black limes, and sea salt. And it tastes like all of those things. When we bought it, the guy at the Flicks there was like, "You really taste the sea salt in this one," and he's right. You really taste the sea salt in this one. This is, I would say, this is almost an embarrassing beer for Dogfish Head Brewery.
They should be ashamed of themselves.
They should be ashamed of themselves for this. But there's probably somebody out there that fucking loves this. They're like, "This is the most refreshing brewski I've ever had."
Beer for everyone.
If you have this, if you bought this, it's still sitting in your fridge. You poured one, you opened one, you took a drink, you put the rest in the fridge, and you have never touched them again, and you will never touch them again.
You should never touch them again.
This is a don't drink it. Give them to somebody that likes bad things.
What do you think, Liz? Give us your impression. You seem like you love it.
Subpar. Is it a drink it, a don't drink it,
Don't drink it.
Don't drink it.
The other beer we got, we were looking forward to getting this for this one. It's you already heard us talk about it for a second probably, but Land Shark.
Land Shark.
That's
by Margaritaville Brewery or something. Who makes this stuff?
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett. It's like if your preferred beer is Bud Light, but you're like, you know what? I want something with a little flavor today.
I want to taste something.
I want to
while
taste
drink.
my beer
Yeah.
today. What do you think of the Land Shark there, Richard? What's your take?
I'll drink it. I like it.
To drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Land Shark's fine. I'll drink it.
I mean,
Liz?
I like water.
I won't buy it out of my way, but I get to drink it. It's fine.
A little snobbish, a little judgy, but yeah.
It's not a little
Yeah.
judgy. It's sounded a little spicy.
A little
A
spicy.
little spicy out of you there,
You're bringing the
Liz.
spice, huh, Liz? You're finally bringing the spice. Yeah.
It's got the spice today.
Careful what you ask for.
Spicy
With Spicy
Liz.
Liz. Because once Spicy Liz starts, there's no stopping. So
Apparently
putting it back
not.
in the bottle.
She's steamroll, spice rolling us.
There's not enough milk in the world to quench that spice.
Wow, we just came back, and now we got to the flight school. This is really important to the movie because now we have a pilot that can fly things.
Oh, God.
Helicopter budget.
Helicopters!
Thankfully, we have some pilots. A whole school of pilots.
Whole school. Luckily, we just need the one.
Of sharks
'cause there's
and
only
pilots.
Yeah, fish
one
fodder.
helicopter.
Yeah.
I would also really like to talk about how ineffective helicopters would be around tornadoes.
I was thinking about that, to be honest.
There is not much logic there.
Not the first thing I would take up to fight a tornado.
No.
But we meet Matt, who's Finn's son. That's our last major character introduction.
Yeah.
And now he has this creepy relationship with Nova through this whole thing because Nova's like, well, I can't get the dad. I'll go where the meat's a little more tender, you know?
Right.
Oh, no. No.
So we don't get to hang out with Matt for very long before the sharks pretty much devastate all of his classmates for hiding with them. They all just get fucking It turned into shark snacks.
The sharks, anytime the sharks show up, a lot of people just get slurped up.
It's just, it's amazing. I love
It's
it.
great. Like, they don't even have to bite. It's just stuff is just ripped apart. It's amazing.
They didn't really have a hard time finding Matt when they went up to the hangar. They just go, Matt! And he's like, I'm right here! He's like, cool. We got him, guys. We found that Matt guy we came here for. It's a good thing. It's the really big airport.
Right.
There's a lot of rooms.
We got Matt. We're in business. He can fly a helicopter. Great, but it's not like anybody can get in there, right? We
No.
gotta go. We gotta go destroy some Sharknadoes.
We're at 1 hour if you want to look at where
1
we're at.
hour. Finn declares they're going to fight the weather. Then they're going to need some weapons, so they go off to a utility warehouse to find things they can use as weapons.
That's what happens. That's the plot point. It's
Let's
like, you know what?
Fight the weather.
We're gonna
With mops.
somebody's gonna fight this weather. We're gonna do it. Yeah.
We're the only ones here willing to bring the fight to the weather.
So Matt suggests using a helicopter to drop bombs in the tornado because that's going to somehow equalize the tornado. Yeah, and they were like, and they did cover the part like, what if we just escape in the helicopters? He's like, no. There's too many of us. It wouldn't make sense to like make trips.
There's no room, and we could die from sharks.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy. Let's just get as close to the tornado as possible instead. Let's see how that works.
right. Let's see how helicopters fly in a weird wind
in this world,
formation.
Amazingly,
Apparently,
like not
very
a problem.
very well.
Not a problem.
This was like postdoc work for Matt. A postdoc helicopter flight, because he was clearly not just in school. He was instructing. Dude could fly a chopper, right next to a tornado. He's good.
And this
He's
is where we get
real
our
good.
first helicopter too.
Right, they're gonna make some bombs out of whatever they find in this fucking random warehouse, and fly a helicopter close enough to the tornado that they can throw them in.
Get the Dorman. Yeah,
Just toss them.
it's great.
Fuck
Their
it.
arms.
Great fucking idea. So everybody gets. So they find the supplies in the warehouse. They find, I don't know,
Everything they
Drano,
need to make a bunch of fucking bombs.
Drano, duct tape, fertilizer. They have.
They're
apparently,
using flares as fuses.
Somebody has the anarchist cookbook because they're just like, I know how to do this. Probably bad.
That
It's
shit
like, I
was
got
printed
this.
off on a dot matrix printer and
Yeah.
in a 3-ring binder. They did great.
They
They
did a
did
really good
terrific
job.
work with
Yeah.
those bombs. Everyone gets ready to fight some Sharknadoes. Boz and Finn have an emotional parting when Boz decides to take the truck to support Matt and Nova, who are in the helicopter.
Yeah, this is where I thought Boz was gonna eat it. He's just like, he's one of those like slow, like with the sound music. He's like, oh, don't worry, I got your back.
Yeah, the emotional hero moment. He's not a main character, but he's been in the movie throughout the whole thing. Boz has got to go, right? He's going to get at by a shark saving somebody's life.
He's gonna go down like a hero, but he's gonna go down.
Right.
Yeah. And this is where we get the joke. We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
Oh, fuck you, movie.
Yeah. This is where at one point Finn has to shoot a shark right out of the air before it hits the helicopter. It's like flying towards the helicopter, this shark in slow motion, and Finn just takes aim, and I guess he's a surfer and a fucking sharpshooter or something. I don't know. Shark shooter.
Shark sharp shooter. Sharp shark shooter.
Sharp shark shooter.
Does he
yeah.
shoot sharp sharks or do sharps get shot?
I think he's a sharp shooter, so he's sharp at the shark shooting.
He's shooting at the sharp
I hate
sharks?
this.
I don't think the sharks are
Or is
sharp.
he sharp shooting at the sharks?
He was
Or is he
sharp
sharp
shooting
shooting the sharp sharks?
Well, he was definitely sharp shooting the sharp sharks if they had sharp teeth, but not all the sharks necessarily
Use
have
the
sharp
shotgun to sharp shoot the sharp sharks?
teeth. The shotguns jam because the shotgun jams at some point. They're not great for range, but you want to know it from this movie, and it like jams at some point. Like,
Yeah, I don't know how it even jammed.
I don't know.
Because like a shotgun,
Does it even play guitar? I don't even know.
yeah.
Shotguns
I
can't
don't know what
jam.
the hell's happening to that shotgun. I guess I didn't look at it very well to see what kind of shotgun it was and how was it loading?
Like through the bullet holes. I
Through
don't
the
know.
bullet holes. It just loads through the bullet holes. No big deal.
Yeah.
I didn't get a very good look at it.
The sharks are all falling from the sky.
Oh,
And
no.
that's when Baz gets stuck. There's like this shark. I don't remember exactly what happens, but I know a shark attaches itself to Baz's
Yeah,
leg.
he got like bit and then yanked up
Again.
into and then, but this time he got sucked up into the tornado with the shark, I think.
Yeah, he did.
So Boz went. Boz is gone.
He didn't do shit. All the bravado, all that bazzado,
Bazzado?
was the truck full of all this like explosive stuff. He's like, I got your back, brother. Useless. 'cause
Boz made a bunch of bombs though.
yeah, he did. He helped in the
he helped
preparation.
support the main character's mission.
But he
That's
didn't.
the important thing.
But I thought he was gonna drive that truck out and do something badass with it, like drive it into a shark,
Right.
While screaming yippee ki or something.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother sharker.
Mother sharker. But no, that's not what happened. If you're not flying a helicopter with bombs in it, you should go inside. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, if you see a tornado full of sharks, you should be inside any fucking way. I'm gonna
Right.
put that out
You
there.
see a tornado of any kind.
Really, yeah, a tornado is good enough.
So the good news is, tornado traps appear to be working. So how
Yeah,
embarrassing is
yeah,
that for
but-
scientists? Having not known all these years that
You just stop one by dropping a bomb right in the middle of it.
Yeah, a small explosion.
If only helicopters could fly near tornadoes effectively,
well,
we would
Matthew
probably have solved this
should
problem.
have hired Matthew.
I know, Matt's
prodigy pilot.
Matt's a little too ahead of the game, I
Yeah.
think. But Nova up there in
Extinction level
the
of it.
helicopter with Matt, and just like, why won't you die? Stabbing a shark in the fucking face,
Oh my god, yeah.
and then the shark gets her,
oh, it just
like
swallows,
her whole.
Like from a distance, you see her go right down the shark
It is-
throat.
it looks ridiculous. And
I
I,
had to-
Not the
love it.
first shark's throat, though.
Huh?
It's a different shark.
It's a different shark, right?
She
She
falls
kills.
out
She
the
kills
hel-
the first one, falls out of the helicopter, and then as she's falling out, she just goes like right into the mouth of another shark.
I really want this. I really want that part, guys, to be like when she went into the mouth, go. Goop.
Just hear the gulp noise.
Yeah.
There are a couple things here that we need to cover. First, Finn pulls an old lady out of the pool and gives her a walker, and for some reason that scene is hilarious to me.
It's so good.
And Matt and Nova get the bomb into the tornado, but it did not get in properly.
No.
It killed a bunch of sharks, sure, but it did not stop the tornado.
Yeah, no, it did not. And
Nova sacrificed herself,
yeah.
and
And the way that the noise that Matt makes when she dies.
oh yeah.
Oh! Oh my god! No!
No!
I haven't done that in a while.
What? No.
Oh my god!
Ah.
Oh, so there are a couple of shots of the helicopter, and in one it is a totally different helicopter than the other one, and it's great.
You ever-
It's like an old MASH style helicopter in one of the
Check it
one
out.
of the shots.
Helicopter expert over here.
Yeah, helicopter expert.
I know MASH helicopter and that helicopter. Those are the only two I
In
know.
this room, you're the expert. Then
I'm a helicopter hobbyist. I never
And I'm a
purported
boat
to be
hobbyist,
No,
but that
yeah,
didn't
my ass.
save me for
You-
this episode.
The only
did it?
reason you're on this episode is because you told us
expertise.
that you were an expert.
So it's supposed to have crashed, right? But it was totally fine in the next scene. That's okay. It's kind of like, you ever been in the shower and knocked the shampoo off the side, like shelf, and it lands perfectly
Upright, doesn't spill a drop. The
doesn't
lid
spill a
even
drop.
snaps closed,
Yeah,
so it
but-
couldn't spill if it wanted to.
exactly. It's like you're just like, oh, well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But if you were riding that shampoo bottle on the way down,
That would have been a miserable trip.
it would have been a miserable trip.
I do like that. At this point, Matt's like, "Where are you going?" And Finn just says, "To finish this," and runs.
I'm
to
Finn,
the-
motherfucker. What do you fucking think I'm doing?
My name is
Finn
the anatomy of a
business.
shark. My last name is Shepherd, and I've been shepherding people throughout this movie. Clearly, I'm the hero.
I hope you weren't looking forward to having a dad for very much longer, because I'm fucking out of here.
Also that, because fuck you, kid. And he takes the thing, drives the SUV into the tornado.
the bombed up SUV that Baz bombed up, right?
Yep, he bombed up, the bombed up SUV, launches that bitch into the tornado.
Somehow. I don't even know how he did it.
He hit the launch
Oh,
button.
the nitrous, his
Yeah.
big red nitro button on this fucking
Yeah,
thing. It's been cock teasing us for like a half hour.
They used it once.
Yeah.
They used it once, and then he used it again.
Okay, yeah,
To
okay.
launch the Jeep into the fucking.
loved it. I love the
tornado.
nitro button.
Or the Hummer.
So how does he finish this, Greg? Explain to me how Finn solves the shark problem
Well,
that they're
he
currently embedded in.
He solved two problems.
Right.
One, he did stop the tornado,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
sent some sharks perhaps sprawling in wild directions, but
Hungry sharks.
they're no longer being whipped around into a frenzy and thrown at people from all directions. That's great. Second, this fucking shark is flying out of the sky at Finn, who has the presence of mind to start a chainsaw and then jump into its mouth.
God. Oh, I love it.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Fantastic.
While his friend is like in the same shark.
Well, we find out, but
Yeah. So
Finn is a surgeon with that fucking
everybody's
chainsaw.
like, "Oh no, he's dead because shark got him," and the thing just lands on the ground. All of a sudden, some blood starts squirting out of the side of this shark. And there's a chainsaw. And he just cuts a hole out of that shark and fucking steps out covered in shark blood.
So long, though.
It's
you
really
just watch
long.
Tara Reid's face making
The cutting scene. So I was telling Richard when we were watching it earlier, I feel like that scene they had to have intended for the actors and actresses to be splattered with blood as they were watching it, but probably was not going to get approved for Sci-Fi Channel if that was happening.
They should have some CG some in for Netflix.
Yeah, that would have been great.
So
he cuts out and then he goes back into the shark and you're like, what the fuck? And he pulls out Nova.
who is fine and
Who is
completely
fine
unscathed
inside the shark.
including her false eyelashes, which are in perfect placement.
She's
adhered
been in there
to her
for how
eyelids.
long now, though? I don't
An
know
hour?
too much about shark anatomy,
Right.
but I feel like there's not a lot of air in there. Yeah, so there's lots of bloody kisses.
Oh my god,
From
that was
shark
the
victims,
worst
and
part of this movie.
it's super
when
gross and
Tara
ridiculous.
Reid wipes the black stuff out of this guy. He emerged from the shark screaming, so his mouth was full
Full of the shark gut.
stuff. And she just like wipes her hand across it and
Aw.
just goes
She's like,
in.
you've never been hotter.
You
than
can tell after
are
the
right
kiss
now.
she was making a face. She did not enjoy that moment,
Oh.
but I'm proud of her. I'm proud of you, Tara Reid.
Can we talk about Tara Reid in this movie for a second? What does she have? Maybe a paragraph of lines?
Yeah, she does not have much dialogue except for like, don't save kids from the school bus.
Stop doing that. Let me lick that shark juice off of you.
Yeah.
Like, Tara Reid is secretly an undercover shark.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is Wexler some foreign language for shark?
It's probably Sharkanese.
Ooh.
For shark.
Sharkanese for shark. I bet you're right. Anywho, everybody gets their smoochies, and that's pretty much the end of the movie, right?
And it's, you know, I had a shark boner I need to get rid of at this point. I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, there was a lot
the
of shark
sex.
biz.
Matt, Matt makes out with Nova because they connect it.
Yeah, he's known her for hours now.
Hours.
So it makes sense.
Like, you know, I'm gonna make your dad jealous. Come here. That's what I felt to me.
That's what it was. We'll be back after this shark break, and we'll give you our final thoughts and sign off.
Sharks. Tornado. Sharknado. Enough said.
We're gonna need a bigger chopper.
We're gonna stand and fight.
Tara Reid in the sci-fi original movie Sharknado.
Great. It'd be great when we come back.
It'd be great.
You guys are gonna appreciate it.
I can't even wait to come back.
You can't even.
You know what?
imagine.
Fuck it. We're back. We're gonna give you our final thoughts. Start with you over there, Richard. What do you got going on? What you think?
I watched this movie.
I did too.
I did 1.5 times. It was a movie.
It was.
It started and ended.
You're not wrong.
Sequential order of things worked. None of the scenes are out of place.
Right?
Nothing felt unanswered.
I mean,
Where did
there's
the
a
school
couple
bus
questions
kids go?
I still have.
Nothing I
But-
really cared about. It
Yeah,
felt unanswered.
yeah. Nothing that mattered to the story.
It's kind of like in Blues Brothers. You don't really care how they learn the blues. All you care about is how they perform the blues.
All you care about is whether or not they're brothers.
Yeah, whether or not they're bluesing. I don't care about how the Sharknado happened. All I care about is that the Sharknado's sharking. And it sharked all over this movie. I thought it was fun. 5.6 on the Richter scale. Not a bad movie, but nothing that you would really want to watch again.
Cool. Liz?
After
Spicy
seeing
Liz.
how
Sorry.
it ends. After seeing how it ends.
Very spicy.
I was
spicy. A little too
refreshed
spicy.
with the fact that it didn't take itself super seriously, but it was still not easy for me to pay attention to the whole time because I kept getting bored. I mean, it was novel and fun at first, but after the first probably like half hour, 45 minutes, I was like, all right, I'm good and I get it.
That's kind of your role in the podcast, to get bored and angry at the movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, here I am filling that role.
Nice work.
Good work,
Thanks.
Spicy Liz.
Thanks, Spicy Liz.
What do you give it on your little seal scale doodle?
My little...
On the Spicy Lister scale.
I don't feel like Spicy Liz is a developed enough character. Football Liz is honestly a little hurt.
Well, there's room for characters. Plenty of room.
Like TNT or whatever?
I don't know. It was like a
Oh,
5.2.
yeah, we got characters, yeah.
5.5.
5.2. Not
Somewhere
too
in that
bad.
range.
Yeah, not too bad. What about you, classic Greg?
For a low budget,
10.6.
for a low budget made for TV movie, this movie was seriously good.
Yeah.
$1 million fucking dollars, and they managed to make a movie that, like, start to finish, more or less, was sequentially on point. The editing was not terrible. They did what they could with the budget they had, and there are a couple places where it's painfully obvious they didn't have much money, but for the most part, it was fine. I had a lot of fun with it. I know why people enjoy Sharknado. Even like the name Sharknado, if that doesn't indicate to you what kind of movie you're about to watch, you're watching the wrong movie. It's great. It's by no means a great movie, but it is fun to watch, and I will watch it again. I'm gonna give this one a solid 6.0 on the Gregter scale.
That's a good fair score, Greg.
And I absolutely will watch it again. Thanks for listening to another episode of the What a Disaster podcast.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank us.
You made it through.
Thank me for making another episode of this for you.
Yeah.
How dare you? So selfish out there
We've been
listening.
drinking beer and talking for hours. It's been hard. This is
Hour.
hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Hard work.
The hardest work. I got to push couches around again.
Yeah.
You need to have some respect.
A little more classic Greg for you guys right now.
Seriously.
Yeah.
No respect.
None.
You can, of course, check out our show notes for information about the beer we had.
Do it.
Contact info, of course. You can hit our website, whatadisasterpod.com.
Great. It's a good website.
Follow us on at Podwad on the Twitter, and we are at Wad Podcast on Instagram.
Sometimes Greg forgets it's not his, and he puts weird stuff up there, so you could take a look at it.
Yeah, if Instagram, you ever see a post about somebody working out, that's just me forgetting that I was logged into the wrong Instagram account. I've done it.
You may see some weights.
Then, of course, search for us on the Facebook. We're What a Disaster. You can find us on there.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us. Email us. We're at wadpodcast@gmail.com there, I think.
Yeah, we might read it.
Shoot us an email. I'll read it. I'll read anything you send me.
Anything. It's weird.
Anything.
It could be really long, too.
Yeah, it doesn't even have to be English. I'll try. I'll do my
A
best.
dick pic with a post-it note stuck to it.
I'll read it.
Post-it note.
I won't read the actual dick, but I'll read the post-it note.
A little post-it note so you guys zoom in to the dick.
But if you do write on the dick, I'll read the dick. Yeah. I don't care.
Especially if it's a dick tattoo, I will read it twice to make sure I read
it right. If you get a Wad Pod dick tattoo, man, you're show friend for life. I don't know what that means yet, but we'll figure something out for you.
There'll be perks.
There will be there will be a perk.
For Wad Pod dick tattoos? Of course there'll be.
Super.
And
duper.
take out however you want that to be.
That eliminates half of our audience, though, because what's the alternative?
You can get a tattoo of a dick. That's what's Wad Pod on,
there you
on
go.
your arm.
Get a tattoo of a dick with words on it about Wad Podcast, and we'll chat you up.
We got a number. We got a phone number.
Yeah, we got a phone number. You can text us or call us 209-781-9113. Spicy Liz is too spicy to talk to us about the
she's
phone
too good
number.
to sing with us. We should go.
All right, well, we're out of here then. Thanks for listening. And if you made it all the way through, you get a bonus. You go to our website, you use coupon code. There isn't a place to put in a coupon code, and you'll get a free episode of What a Disaster Podcast.
And all the other episodes for free.
Delivered straight to whatever place you search and download it from.
Probably your home, honestly. If you want it at your home, be at home when you download it.
You do it at home. You could do it on the road, wherever you have internet connection.
We will deliver straight to your home.
Well, we're not going to deliver. The internet will deliver.
Oh.
We just produce. Somebody else, some far more technically savvy people will actually deliver it to you.
Good. I was worried about
through automated means.
I bought these new shoes and the hat and the outfit.
Oh, you did do that. That was a joke, but you bought it all.
With the jacket. And you said it looked good on me. Remember I sent you the pictures? You're like, that looks great on you. I can't wait for you to start delivering
the podcast. Yeah, I did say that. I didn't realize you would take. Yeah. I thought that you knew.
Yeah,
that was just role playing.
You can't return a custom jacket. You get airbrushed them all.
No, they don't take them back.
It's covered in airbrush.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Start it over again?
Yeah, it has a date on it too. It's just So what are you gonna do?
Well, once again, thanks for joining us and for the What a Disaster podcast. I'm Greg. This is
Richard,
and that is
Spicy Football Liz.
Spicy Football Liz
and Michelle.
Spicy Football.
We had to get a Michelle. Michelle. There you go.
Now you can relax and talk. That's good stuff right there.
Take a nice nap. Take
Yeah.
a
You
little
wanna
nap.
You want to take a quick
Little
nap?
nappy.
Little
Liz,
nap?
you need
It's
a
not very
pillow?
spicy.
He wants to get you.
It's not a very spicy nap, Liz.
You're not being very spicy, Liz.
We need spicy Liz today.
Where is spicy Liz?
Where has she been? She was here for the intro and
Yeah.
then gone. Just
She
left
showed
us.
up. She spiced all over this
We need
room
some-
and
we
just
need
fucking
some-
left.
We need some spicy Liz.
Yeah.
Where are Spicy's Greg and Rick?
We're spicy as fuck right now.
Right. You get any spicier and I'm going to burn your mouth.
It's hot here, Liz. It's
I mean,
getting hot.
literally, I'm going to get a blowtorch and just start burning the
Yeah.
insides of your mouths.
What do you think was
Is that really what you think? You just want to go home?
No.
I mean, this is our
I didn't
show.
mean to hurt you. I didn't mean to hurt you. Oh, you hurt
You
Liz?
did mean to
I'm
hurt
sorry.
me.
I
I
want to
think you
give.
did mean to hurt me.
I want to give the whole.
I think you did mean to hurt
I didn't
me.
mean to hurt you. Can I give you an apology?
No.
Will you let me apologize?
You know what?
Will you
No,
let me
I'm
apologize?
busy. I'm being a professional.
I've been
Richard.
trying to apologize for the last
this
2
one,
hours.
There's a lot going on. It's a good movie. I really loved every part of it. There's nothing about this movie that's failed at all. I mean, this is a perfect 10. It's shit. Chug, 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 chug a chug, chug, chug a chug a chug, chug, chug to chug, chug, chug. Chug a chug, 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 chug to chug, chug, chug a chuggy, chug, chug to chug, 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 chug to chug, 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 chug.
Chug.
Give me this
Chug.
thing. You can't even chug a beer. How much of that did you drink?
Not much.
You think that's going to be sufficient?
That's a big
Give me
sip.
this.
That's
This-
barely a big sip.
That is a half a drink.
That is-
Let me show you how this is done
I
here.
still got it like up my nose. That's gone.
I regret it.